This is going to be the reading for those of you in Sagittarius with different life paths. Sagittarius, the sign of expansion, like a wild creature here, a rested adventurer and a philosopher, half man, half horse, a blend between a man and a beast. He's a happy-go-lucky explorer who travels the world in search of honesty and visionary companions. He's enthusiastic, independent, and fancy-free. And remember, this is after the Scorpio, so we have now the joy that is brought by Jupiter, the planet that rules Sagittarius, the planet of luck and expansion. And in Tarot, Jupiter is associated with the Wheel of Fortune. So we have the Fate in this beautiful deck. We even have the three Norths, the past, the present, the future, the one that are deciding the life or make decision about life, the life of every person. And then for Sagittarius, we have the Temperance, the card of harmony. The houses that is associated with Jupiter, it's the ninth house, the house of exploration, because we said he likes adventures. From the color point of view, the color that is associated with Sagittarius, it's the color blue. And with this color, the color of heaven, the color of peace, that gives you peace and it gives you trust in yourself and in others. Also a card of communication and self-expression, because it's associated with the fifth chakra, the chakra of communication. And it's opening our mind to and spirit to all kind of possibility. It also stimulates the feeling for music and for art. And if it's too much, it makes us a little bit negative and egocentric. But as long as we keep it in a balance with some orange, like the complementary color, then we are, let's say, safe. This is going to be the reading for those of you in Sagittarius, and the color associated is blue, with life path number 1, the number of action, where we have the color red. So you have a combination of blue and red, which makes you a person with a lot of hidden talents. You are a calm person, but also very strong. With blue as the color of your sign, you have the calm and peaceful set of mind that allowed you to act in all kind of difficult situation. But with the red as the color of your life path, you can also motivate others and invite them or inspire them to follow you, because you stand up for other people's rights, even if that sometimes that goes against your intuitive reaction towards conflict. And I decide to pick up a card from the Nightmare Before Christmas that is so much in our mind when we are in Sagittarius. And the card that came out for you is this Knight of Needles, which actually is the Knight of Swords. And the Knight in generally are the one combining the element of his own suitor, in this case the swords, with the element of fire. So in this case we will have fire with air, which somehow makes this card an expression of an adventurer person that can also ride like the wind. Imagine a balloon that you have the combination of fire and air, and this is how the balloon comes up in the air. This is a very skillful and brave warrior. He is truly a knight. It's the soaring intellect of mutable air. And I like that he has a lot of red color, like your life path number. And what is also extremely interesting for me is that this card is associated with the sign of Gemini. And this is the card, the beautiful cross-pollinate card for Gemini. But if we check the compatibility between these two signs, they are actually opposite in the astrological wheel. And you have a combination of self-expression and higher self. Gemini is the sign of communication and self-expression, finds its counterpart in Sagittarius, the sign of philosophy, higher education, and long-distance travel. Curious Gemini wants to know and understand his neighbors, but far-sighted Sagittarians wants to meet foreigners. While Gemini busies himself with elementary education, Sagittarians wants to pursue an advanced degree. And when Gemini takes short trips and run neighborhood errands, Sagittarians head off on distant journey. So in Tarot, the Gemini is the card of lover, and then we have the lover with the temperance. So actually, this is very much how we can balance the approach of these two different signs, like to see the world before you commit to settle down. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, which is the magician planet. So then we also have the influence of magic here in this combination. Maybe you know somebody who is a Gemini. It's also because the numbers here are a 3 and a 9, so we know this sequence of 3 and 9, that it's like a kind of magical sequence. But also the fact that if you have some planets in Sagittarius and they are blocking you, the opposite sign, then you have this opposition, it's called in astrology. The opposite, I said, so the planet in Gemini can be the one that gives you some ideas about how to deal with a blockage. I just checked for a book this week, and it was called How to Learn More About Yourself by Looking at the Opposites in the Astrological Wheel. Maybe in that way you realize that what you think it was a blockage is actually something that can make you stronger. I did an amazing workshop where we also work with these blockages idea. So it's like all coming together, because everything that we think it's blocking us, actually when we understand it and we discover, it makes us even stronger. Maybe this is our fate. I look at the wheel of fortune. We are here, even if we like it or not, but we have to trust our higher self. And remember, these two cards were actually the combination of self-awareness with higher self. We just now have to enjoy our existence here as much as we can and embrace life, embrace our faith. And maybe part of our faith is really to understand these so-called blockages, which actually are going to open our eyes to all the abundance, all the beauty that is in us, like with this beautiful Jupiter card over there. And because of the honey and the bees here, I thought of the card from Getaway to the Liminal Spirits with a honeybee. The diminutive honeybee has a mighty impact on the world around her. The pollination of the plants she visits provides nourishment for other animals while contributing to her own family. Every bee in the hive has a role to play that ensures the continuity of the tribe. Whether collecting pollen from flowers, building the honeycomb, tending to the progeny, or protecting the hive, all of the honeybee duties are important and worthy of respect. The honeybee truly understands the meaning of community organization and teamwork, as well as the sweet rewards of hard work. And I would say the wholeness, that we are all part of a big hive. And I think we have a lot to learn from the bees. Bees are much more than we see. It's like they are coming too close to us, and even we get bite by a bee, because it's like, look at us, what we can do if we work together. And that's the main idea, I think, here, that we need to realize that we are all of us in this together, and don't be angry with another one because maybe his or her role in this hive is different one than yours, and all we have to do is try to find this harmony. The messages for you are: We tend to separate our lives into work and play, important and frivolous things. Just as the honeybee flies from flower to flower, pollinating all the way, we can find joy in the work we do and meaning in the colors and artistry of life. Communication is essential to harmony within a family or community. It is not upon one person to make everything work, but all of the individuals combined. And Sagittarius was with color blue, and we have some nice beautiful blue sky here with the bees, which is the color of communication. Respect the role that each member can play in their own right. Cross-pollination is essential for growth and prosperity, making some of the best nectar life has to offer. The concept of purity for the divine revelation of diversity. Wow. The divine revelation of diversity. At least for me, it's clear that once we realize we are part of this big hive and we are one wholeness, then we can become the individuals. Then we can look at what makes us unique. So diversity and unity in the same time. Wow. And look at that. Even the colors here, like you have the sun, the colors of the sun, which is so important for the flowers and the bees. It's almost the colors that you have there in the honeybee. That's also a big thing, that what I said, that the bees are trying to tell us something. They are actually transforming the energy of the sun in something liquid, the honey, pieces of solar energy coming on us. So maybe if we are the right bees, we can just transform this energy in our body and transform it in beautiful honey. If we are connected, if we are aware of our blockages. And you have a great combination of colors for doing that. Very much impressed by these cards and their message. I hope you like it too. And I think I need to pick up a card from the Akashic Oracle view. Maybe it will assist you in discover which are the unique codes that you have to bring in this beautiful hive. And not surprised, you got a blue card here. Crystal clear vision. The eyes are our window to the world. All that we see passes through a lens that colors and shapes the perception of reality. Is your vision crisp and crystal clear? Do you see the world around you exactly as it is? It is easy for your vision to become clouded by doubt and judgment, or to be distorted by fear. Likewise, our perception can be exaggerating by excitement or colored by desire. Focus your eyes and take a good look at the situation. Really look and see just what is there. Nothing more, nothing less. Only the crystal clear truth of the matter. So wherever that situation is in your life, trust that you can see crystal clear. You have the sun, the light of the sun, giving you the possibility to be yourself alive. Thank you for watching. This is going to be the reading for those of you in Sagittarius, where we had the color blue with life path number 2, the number of association, or as I say it here also, of mirroring each other. And the color associated with life path number 2 is the color orange. And you remember maybe in the beginning of the video, when we talk about Sagittarius, we said that these two colors are complementary. So you have a happy and balanced life. You like beauty, and you just transform everything you touch in beauty. You enjoy two things: that you have a social life that is quite busy, but also the free time that you can make or you need for coming back to peace and coming back in balance. Sometimes keeping relations going can become challenging for you because you expect a lot from others. I will pick up a tarot card for you from the Nightmare Before Christmas deck, because we are in also Christmas time. And the card that comes for you is the card of the Tower. Now, normally this card of the Tower, it's associated with Mars, which brings a lot of action. So we have fire and fire. Sagittarius was also a sign of fire. Like the Thor is under attack from all four elements. We have the earth, we have the air, we have the fire, and we also have some water. It can be a sudden burst of energy and power, but you never know what is hidden under such a tower that is collapsing maybe. So when something shocking happens and the stability that you think you had, it's gone, maybe you will discover new treasures. It's coming out of the blue, so it's quite hard to ignore it. It means a dramatic change, but it doesn't mean all material things, let's say. It can be also the destruction of false ideas, of beliefs, or an intervention that actually brings you enlightenment and inspiration and release. It's like get out of the jail free card. I don't know why I have to think of that story with the girl who has long hair and then Rapunzel, I think, and she can get out because you see this is the only light here in the dark, but then she still wants to get out and discover her freedom. And card of Mars, see a lot of red that also gets a little bit of orange, and I will put it here under the 2 because I found it so amazing that this is a 2 and 2 card. So the card of association again, so you have a 22, which is also a card of sacred couples. We associate a lot of Mars and Venus, even they were not really a couple because Venus was married with somebody else. Symbol of masculine and feminine energy. I will look in the Twin Flame deck for a card for you, the card of 2-2, and you get the card of Divine Order. Practice patience. Practicing patience will enhance your ability to connect with your senses and teach you to let go of the idea that you are the only one who can achieve what you perceive as perfect or the right way. This card implies that you need to get out of your own way by releasing logical concepts and surrender control, creating space for you to receive blessing that will far exceed the expectation of your mind. Wow. And you have here a beautiful Merkaba and also the Nautilus, the fractal there in the middle. So indeed the possibilities out there are much more than we can imagine. And patience, somebody told me, it's like the 4th dimension for us. So if we move from the 3 dimension to the 4 and then let's hope to 5, we need to learn patience. This week, actually, even in the gene key is associated with the key number 5, I think. And that has something to do also with patience, because good things are requesting a lot of time. Wow. So I decide to pick up a card from the same Nordic deck for you to see what this situation is all about when you need to practice patience. And you got another major arcana card, which is the card of the Emperor and the card of maturity. The Emperor is the father figure of the deck. A large Nordic compass, the knowledge, lies on the ground beneath him, while a beauty snow owl, synonymous with protection, sits silently on a branch in the background. Always a leader and never a follower, he holds a crystal sphere in his left hand and a magic wand representing his confidence in his right. He seeks no one's counsel but his own. It said here that have patience, because the knowledge that is in you will show you the way out of any situation. And this is the Nordic god Odin, the All-Father. So I had to look for Odin in my deck of Keepers of the Light, and you will get this psychic insight. Your third eye is open, see truth for what it is, follow your intuition. Hope you can still see the cards. And I will stay in this Nordic decks, and I have a beautiful deck from Finland that is in Finnish. And you have here a serpent, which brings you a kind of knowledge. The message is, my poison will be the gift for you. And in the transformation, you will discover the light, because we don't have to look for the light in the light. We can find the light in the dark. So when we are in dark, we can see the light much better. This is what this card is all about the transformation. And with this beautiful Merkaba here, the transformation that comes from the Tower as well. Then in those moments, you will find the gift of insight. This moment is going to mirror you something that you really need to know about self. That's a sign of maturity. Then you will become the emperor, the one who knows all about himself. I hope these cards are useful for you, and thank you for watching. This is going to be the reading for those of you in Sagittarius, where we have the color associated blue with life path number 3, the number of communication, and the color associated is going to be yellow. And with this combination of color, you are a person who's really independent. You have a beautiful combination of color that makes you a warm person. You care about others. Wherever you go, you just bring a feeling of joy with you. It can happen that you generate feelings of dependence, that other people are counting on your joy, on your caring, on your warmth, but you are very much aware of that, and you know how to handle the situation in order to avoid anything negative, because you do this with calm and peace, and you just help others to come to a point that they are just independent themselves. And I pick up a card from the Tarot, the Nightmare Before Christmas. And the card that came for you is this Five of Presents. In the deck it's called Five of Presents, but it's the Five of Pentacles. And this Five of Pentacles is associated with Mercury in Taurus. And I just said that number 3 was the number of communication, so I will put it here because Mercury is the magician, but also responsible of communication because he's ruling Gemini. Here with this Five of Pentacles, the mental Mercury is put like in a cold, cruel world, like he has to transcend from the spiritual realm and spiritual teaching into a physical world, and that's not an easy task to do. And that's why this card is also called the Lord of Material Trouble. It symbolizes a spiritual place where you can find peace, and it's a heaven from physical discomfort. And Mercury is actually the magician in Tarot. So I also have here a card of magician for you, the Mastery. And we have this compass here, who is believed that it's very old symbol that used to be used for divination. It comes from Iceland. It's present in the Norse mythology. You have here the energy that you can work with, you can balance it, and then you have the 4 elements of the tarot. So you also have the energy of magician with this card. And because of that compass over there, I look for another card from the Making Magic cards, and I found a card with almost the same symbol, which is a symbol and for protection, strong protective magic for the family and the home. And I thought of why not really look for 8 cards for you. We have here like 8 symbols, if I manage to put them in a way that you can also see them, and then see just the messages from these cards for you. So first you have a card of purification, another number 9 like the Sagittarius card. Then you have a card of the past, which is an 11. Then you have the number 1, the revelation, and the number 5, union. And we started with the 5 of pentacles. And then you have healing, and you have joy. Somebody is jealous on your happiness, but you are good in forgiveness. So this will be a kind of own compass that you can create for you, made of this purification, joy, union. Avoid the jealousy, learn from the past, forgive everything that has to be forgiven, and then with the healing that you are going through, you will have a new beginning, a beautiful revelation. The light of the sun, which is actually the beautiful yellow color that you already have. Sorry that I don't have enough space here, so you can also see the cards from the background, but I think this compass for you, it's very beautiful, and it has blue and yellow. I hope you enjoy your cards, and thank you for watching. This is the reading for those of you in Sagittarius, where we had a color blue as the color associated with the sign, with life path number 4 of building a home, and the color for life path number 4 is green. So you have a combination of blue and green, which makes you a person who tries to keep the balance. These two colors together create the color turquoise, the color of communication, the color of clarity. With the green, you need to find a balance and a connection between everything you do. And you also learn how to keep the balance between your physical needs and your spiritual needs. And in the end, what your purpose is to create a holistic integration of all the parts of your personality. And I pick up a tarot card for you from the Nightmare Before Christmas. And the card that came, it's the Ace of Potion, which is actually Ace of Cups. So we have now a card of water, and we were in the fire with Sagittarius. It's actually the power of water, and it's about feelings, the importance of emotional life. And you are trying to keep everything in balance, so then it's good that you have some water with the fire. So this card symbolizes also the healing power of love, as well as the grace of compassion and forgiveness. It reminds you the power of intuition if you type into the unconscious. So you are going in that direction with this holistic approach towards your life. And also it's a symbol of creativity and fertility. Because it's about the power of love, I thought of picking up cards from the Oracle of Venus. And then you got this beautiful card called Have Faith, with a beautiful blue, the sky. So may have faith in you, in your intuition, I will say, in your dreams. Maybe put it here near the blue color. And with faith, I think it's also important, considering your intuition and the fact that you can connect with the world of subconscious, to look at some messages that maybe you get. So from the Messenger Oracle, I got a card for you to see the signs. And actually these cards have in common the butterflies. You also have Jupiter here with some the Wheel of Fortune, with also some butterflies in the card. But here the emotions that are coming from the bottles are on the shape of the butterfly. Here you have a light and a darker butterfly, but it's also the balance between the dark and the light. Actually, we are in the middle of this. We need the enlightenment, but we also use the endarkment. You have here all the symbols of the 4 elements, so also then keep them in the balance. And I also see the symbol of Mercury, of course, because he's the messenger of God. And Mercury, as such, is ruling Gemini. And Gemini and Sagittarius are really opposite to each other in the will. And one is the self-expression, and the other one is the higher self. So I will invite you, if you have the knowledge and if you have a natal chart, just to check which planets you have in Gemini. Every time you have a kind of feeling that something in the house where you have Sagittarius, you feel a kind of blockage, just look at the house where Gemini is, because from there you can get some information how to release a certain blockage. You can get some signs over there. We are often sent small signs in the form of synchronicity and coincidence. Be watchful. Do not overlook them in the everyday rush of life. Words, numbers, and symbols that repeat. Animals and birds that appear in your path. People who came in and out in your life at odd or similar moments. And those flashes of knowing when you believe something will happen with every fiber of your being. These are all things you are meant to see and hear. Messages from Gaia and great spirits sent to aid your journey. If we look at the number, ace, it's like a number 1 at the beginning, and then you have here 38, which is an 11, which is also a magical number 1, so another beginning. It is about having faith, and then I will pick up a card from the threads of faith this time, not faith. And the card that came for you is this beautiful card of share wisdom. You had here a powerful tree, the way I see it. Then you have another tree here. And the tree that is in this card, it's called Osha. It is known for its wild spirit and stubbornness. It roots itself in dark, rich soil in the mountain where it thrives. Osha often refused to be cultivated, preferred to maintain its home in the hills. It can grow even in the dark. The card here was with a dark background, but then it brings the light, and green is also the color of the heart. So I will say, with patience, this card, maybe it's also a sign that things are growing. We cannot make a tree grow, we can just watch him grow and make these beautiful roots. This card is about the wisdom of experience. Our most potent medicine is born from the trials we have endured. It is easy to underestimate all that we know and all that we have learned, but we each have a unique perspective and offering to this world. Our wisdom evolves with us. Right now, you are being asked to speak more loudly about what you do know. Do not worry about what you don't know or whether you think you are qualified enough. It is time to put voice to all that you have experienced. Yes, communication, and then build something strong like this tree. And somehow I had to think of a video that I listened today about this artificial intelligence, and I like the idea that the computers are learning from the information that is available online. But we as humans, we have some knowledge that it's so basic that we have it in ourselves, and we don't even write about it, so the computer will never be able to find it somewhere. It's like when I came to this country, and very often people are saying, but why don't you ask? If you ask, we are telling you, like I can ask the artificial intelligence. But some things are so basic for, let's say, a person who is born in a country, that they don't even realize that maybe you don't know it. Maybe you haven't heard of it, and there are no books to read about it. So in the same way, the artificial intelligence, the computers cannot find the information online. So sometimes their answers can be considered quite stupid because it feels like the elementary things are not there. So I will say that wherever we need the wisdom that we need, it's already in us. And I see this card in the same way. And maybe the signs are coming just to help you trust your own wisdom. And I will end my reading with a divine door. See the signs like bottle that is open. It can be like free the spirit, don't keep it in a bottle. And you have this beautiful door. You know, like the colors are complementary here. Three-eyed raven, as sunrise hits upon the dew, a message and raven goes out with news. Prepare for the unexpected. So, messenger, again, have faith that the best for you it's on its way. When you are trusting that, it helps you build something more solid. I see this beautiful door of a house, of an establishment, that it's very stable. Trust, especially your inner wisdom, and then share it with others. We all have unique knowledge to bring into the world. I hope these cards are useful for you, and thank you for watching. This is going to be the reading for those of you in Sagittarius, where we have the color blue with life path number 5, the number of freedom, which is again associated with the color blue. So you have 2 times blue, which makes you a person with a very powerful sixth sense. You are very interested in esoteric, and you have a very strong intuition. Sometimes you just get flashes of information. With all that you know, all the knowledge that you have, especially the inner knowledge, and with your very clear way of looking at the world, you can become a very good teacher for others. You can see all the aspects of a problem, and then you can take the right decision or the best decision in a certain situation. I pick up a card for you from the Tarot of Nightmare Before Christmas, and you got the Page of Presents, which is also the Page of Pentacles. It's a personification of Earth, a very stable energy, which is very strongly connected with Mother Earth, but a nurture figure, like a young Mother Earth, untouched. It's like a safekeeper of Mother Earth. And with this personification of Earth, I thought of looking for a card from the Keepers of the Light, the card of Kernunos, who is also the life force. Express your driving passion. There is a deep build-up of life force within you now, and a need to channel it into action. You may have extra energy or be more alert than usual, or be aware of a sense of increased sexual energy. If you have been unsure how this ties into your spiritual path, know that it can allow you to access the riches of your soul. When we are not expressing ourselves sexually, our spiritual potential can become tamed or mute. So if you are denying yourself a desire, ask yourself how you can fulfill it. Ask Kernunos to help you access your sexual self so that you can express it with integrity and in a way that honors your soul. If you and your partner are trying for a child and this card appears, fertility is very possible, especially if Bridget, Kernunos' twin flame, is present too. So I check for Bridget card, and her message is move back to wholeness. Recognize that you have the power, the life force and the inner strength. Beautiful combination. And from the Messenger Oracle, another card of the same type, powerful Earth, Kernunos, you have the number 11 here, embrace the masculine. Within ourselves, there are two aspects to our nature, the masculine and the feminine. Here, in the present, you need to embrace the masculine aspect of your nature and let it guide your steps. Now it's time to be assertive, to act with authority, and stand up for both yourself and your truth. Fight for what you believe in. Do not allow others to tell you that you must or not or cannot. But remember, whilst you allow your masculine self to be dominant, you need to temper your assertiveness and determination with gentleness and compassion, which is a beautiful message. And to stay in this earthly energy, I thought of a card from Gateway to the Liminal Spirits, and your card that came is this beautiful walnut, associated with protection, love, dreams, inspiration, and intelligence, as well as containing, cleansing, and banishing energies. In an Italian town of Benevento, there was said to be a huge walnut tree where witches would gather to celebrate their rites and work magic. The chemical attributes of walnut leaves and fruit dissuade other plants from growing underneath its canopy, which gives it an otherworldly or even sinister nature. Its nourishing nuts bears an uncanny resemblance to a brain when whole, and looks like a heart or an owl when split open. The messages for you are: it is time to gather together and celebrate, to enjoy the moment and cherish the company of those gathered near you. Love is in the air. You had it with Bridget here, and Anonymous also talking about love. Maybe even love for your inner strength and life force. Just as you would nourish your body with food, be sure to give the same level of attention to your mental and emotional well-being. What have you done lately to fascinate your mind and free your heart? And because of this image, and because we said that this looks a little bit like an owl here, I decided to look for the card of the owl from the Green Wheel Oracle. Both Januros and Bridget were Celtic goddess, so this wheel oracle is also connected to the Celtic world. And this card of the owl, it's also called Arrow in the Darkness. Owl often indicates challenges. This card is a reminder that it is important to keep sight of your goal as you move into turbulent times or challenging situations. Owl energy can help you when it's difficult to see the way forward. And the keywords will be faith and hope, finding direction, unseen influences, and sacred groves. You are capable to analyze every situation from all sides, so I'm sure you will find your direction. And from the Secret Groves or the Mystic Groves deck, you got this beautiful card of celebrating mystery, trust the journey, unexpected, again, secrets. And the bottom of the deck, which I found amazing, is again this beautiful owl acknowledgement, seeing, knowing, acceptance. I will read you the prompts from Celebrating Mystery. What messages and am I hoping to get? Who or what is the pink flamingo in my life? How can I stay open to the messages coming my way? Because in this dark forest, remember the owl here was also connecting to the darkness. A woman walks barefooted. She could even be Bridget if we look. She even has the same beautiful color of hair. Her hand rests on the cheetah beside her as she moves into the deeper, darker part of the woods. She doesn't know this place, but continues on, trusting in the journey. Moths and butterflies mingle in the twilight sky. All is as it should be, other than the strange bird she doesn't see. The secrets of the forest present themselves in unexpected ways. Understanding where you are is not as important as heading for where you are meant to be. You need to set aside control, agendas, worries, and fears. Now it's not the time to analyze every little piece of your life. You might look yourself into anticipating one outcome when it's a completely different answer that arrives. A pink flamingo isn't something you actively seek, but the unexpected often delivers exactly what you need. Remain open to receive information in unusual ways. When you take time to celebrate the mystery that is life, you are acknowledging your willingness to embrace the unknown. The more you say yes to whatever comes your way, the greater your reward will be. Forward movement is your best approach, even when you can't see the path. In a way, like Alice in the Wonderland, and that bird there, that looks like a bee. It could be a bee, honeybee, but a blue one. But you are blue, so maybe that's the idea. There are other birds here that are also blue. Trust the journey. And like the owl here on the back of the text said, see, know, accept. And again, a blue tree. I hope these cards have some meaningful messages for you, and thank you for watching. This is the reading for those of you in Sagittarius, where we have the color blue with life path number 6, the number of harmony, where you have the color indigo. And with this combination of color, you are a mentor. You are always looking for new ways to be open and to be aware of what your senses are teaching you. But it's possible that the opening of your chakra, it's a process that takes a number of years, and you don't have to force it or to hurry it, because then you can become unstable. In the same way, the way you are looking for enlightenment, you are also assisting others on their journey. And I pick up a card for you from the Tarot of the Nightmare Before Christmas, and the card for you is this Ace of Candle. So this is really the power of fire, and Sagittarius is a fire sign. Now you got the Prometheus who stole the fire from the gods, and he actually wanted to give to people the power of God's fire. It's a symbol of power. We can also see it as an example of energy and desire, and of course enlightenment. And so you are the candle for others as well on this journey to enlightenment. It's also the passion, the primal drives. It can be used in constructive purpose, of course, to heat and illuminate, or can be misused to burn and damage and destroy. It's about how we use our will and intention. And the intention of Prometheus, because I was mentioning him, was a good one. It's like the power of a magic wand that we have, because candles are actually the wands here. So you have a lot of fire, and because in the combination of the color I mentioned the chakras, I thought of picking up a card for you from the chakra oracle deck, and you got the card of abundance, which is a yellow card. That means it's a solar plexus, so we go back to fire. And this is an interesting story. We have here this treasure box or chest, and then inside the gold coins are swamping stories. One coil tells how a man foolishly chopped her down a drain and then cried instead of trying to get her out. Later, a small girl, very enterprise, she used string and chewing gum to fish her out. The coin remember how this girl saved more of them and together with other coins, she used them to buy a house. All the coins' desire is to be well spent. They agree that this girl was a wise person. So this card, it's inspire you to think what is your relation with money, and money as a form of energy. And the idea of abundance is that there is enough for everybody. The more we are grateful, the more we see what we have and appreciate what we have instead of thinking of what we don't have, the more we get. And there is no end to this abundance. For you to wonder if you are like this wise girl or like this person here who was crying and being desperate when it's about money or energy or wealth, because actually money are naturally attracting towards people who show appreciation and gratitude, and who also share, because the girl bought that house not only for her but also for her family. Keywords here are friendship, wisdom, abundance through gratitude, and of course being good with money. Pay attention that your thoughts and action around money are empowering you and not disempowering you. I said the color of this card is associated with the solar plexus chakra, so I will have to add it here. Make it very clear there is a lot of fire for you. And then I will pick up a card from the Mudras deck, a card connected with the solar plexus, and you get this beautiful radiant light. And the practice that is suggested with this mudra: imagine yourself lying on a white sand beach. The sand is warm on your back body under a brilliant blue sky. Feel the radiant warmth of the sun overhead begin to illuminate your physical body. Feel the golden light of the sun pouring into your solar plexus, ribs, and belly. Feel all qualities of courage, vitality, and self-assurance ignite. Notice the light and how it inspires clarity and self-esteem. Beautiful light. As beautiful as the light of the coins that shining, as beautiful as the light here of the heart. You can radiate light from your heart. Because it was about abundance, I pick up a card from the Divine Abundance Oracle deck for you. And I cannot make this up. You got divine abundance. You were born to align with love's will, follow the Tao, and serve something beyond the ego. Learn to be abundance, not chase it. And this is something that I also lately learned, that when we need something, like in this case, abundance, instead of saying, I want this or I need that, you can just say, I am abundance. And then so will be. And I check my decks with the goddess to see which one is this beautiful goddess in the card. And it's Lakshmi, the Hindu goddess for material and spiritual wealth. She flourished with abundant prana energy, the chi energies, your radiant light. That's your inner energy. So we are talking here more about the abundance that comes from your heart, the abundance of your energy, the fire from your heart. Lakshmi was born from the ocean of milk that the god and goddesses churned for 1,000 years. She is the beautiful source of strength for the honorable god Vishnu. In Sanskrit, her name is interpreted as goal of life. Lakshmi brings good luck and abundant fortune. Her 2 white elephants symbolize her royal strength. The golden coins cascading from her hands represent energy. That's the currency that we have. that flows and manifests spiritual and physical wealth. The lotus flower symbolizes creation and pure birth. Lakshmi offers you the eternal abundance of the universe. And when I'm reading this, beautiful sun appears after some days of cloudy sky. So really like the sun here on her back. The coins, the golden coins, are as shiny as the sun, as shiny as this radiant light. Natural flow of abundance, prosperity, generosity, universal law of attraction, positive manifestation, good fortune, luck, inheritance. And I will say, as long as your intention, in wherever we do, if we have the intention for abundance, but also for everybody around us, because there is enough, I will put it here under your beautiful harmonious heart with this color. And it's a number 1, it's a 19, it's a 10. So, and you have a 1 and 2 from the abundance, and 3, and 1 plus 2 plus 3, it's 6, it's the harmony. And I just saw an interesting article about the Fibonacci and how mathematics as such is our path to discover the divine in us. You have here a Fibonacci sequence. I just hope that you enjoy your cards, and thank you for watching. This is going to be the reading for those of you in Sagittarius, where we have the color associated blue with life number 7, the number of spirituality, which is associated with the color violet. And with this combination of color, you have the heart of an artist. You are very sensitive on your natural state. Everything that happens around you has influence of you. If somebody is very harsh on you, you are deeply upset, and you just try to find the best in everything and everybody. You are just looking for a quiet place where you can live for you and for those close to you. And I pick up a card from the Tarot of Nightmare Before Christmas, and you have the card of 10 of Candles, which is actually 10 of Wands, which in Tarot is also called the Lord of Oppression. Like there is here too much going on, or too much that you want to handle, and that it's somehow connected with what we said, that you are very sensitive and you really want the best for everybody. Because this card is also associated with Saturn in Sagittarius. If you are born in the last decan of Sagittarius, this reading is even more for you. The Saturn, it's the planet of limitation and restriction, and then it brings this restriction to the fancy-free and adventurer Sagittarius. Saturn is also the planet of gravity. It's like when Saturn becomes the super-ruler of Sagittarians, he brings the weight of the world along with him, tempering his dreams and hopes, limits the travel, and that's why it's called the Lord of Oppression, and it's like too much going on. I said that it's Saturn, the one with structure in Sagittarius, and I also said that he brings all the restrictions with him, like the weight of the world on your shoulder, because the card associated with Saturn in Tarot is the card of the world. And it's like the end of a cycle, even with this 10 of Candles. Then it's the end and a new beginning, like the number 1. This full moon, representing the world, shines brightly in the sky, while the northern lights, unable to contain their excitement, dance happily around it. Every end means a new beginning. silhouettes of animals from foxes and horses and stags and wolves can also be seen playing on this image. They are filled with joy and happiness because when one cycle ends, a new one begins. And this card is created with the thought of the 9 worlds from the Nordic mythology, which are linked together by the tree of life, the Yggdrasil. There are difficult moments, but you are getting there. You are getting at the end of the cycles. You are on your spiritual path, and just trust that the world is your oyster. And this special deck that I use for the card of the world, the magical Nordic tarot, which is connected with the Nordic mythology, has also a card that comes after the world. Normally we don't have a card after the 21, it's the last card in the tarot. But this deck has also a 22, like the new beginning. And this new beginning, it's called charity and generosity. The message is that what you will give, you will also receive. And you give love and attention and care. You care for others because that's what your heart wishes for. The symbol here, this is a card designed by a world-renowned artist, Tracy Emin. The image of one of the most sacred animals in Nordic mythology, a blue cat, synonymous with the goddess of love and beauty, Freya, who's thought to have traveled in a chariot pulled by cats. Felines were highly praised by ancient Nordic people who believed the cats had been given to Freya as a gift from Thor. She loved them so much that they soon became her favorite companions, leading to them becoming a Nordic symbol of giving and kindness. And that's what you also have with your combination of colors. So let's see a card of Freya, phases and cycles again. There is a beginning with every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. I will say with this card, trust that how hard it can feel sometimes, you are on the right path and you are a beginning of something amazing on your journey with all the illusions that are revealed and released. And because the card was connected with cat, the blue cat, I will pick up a card from you from the spirit cat, a deck that I also love, especially since I also have a cat. I understand Freya, why she became so connected with the cats. And the card for you. Look, what a beautiful card. You have the trust. Meet Safi. Trust begins as an agreement she makes with a flame in her heart. She agrees to let it guide her even when it beckons her deep into the night forest of the unknown. When she trusts, the darkness is illuminated and the forest sparkles with her heart light. She may not know exactly where the path leads, but she trusts the enchantment of a journey born of intuition. What you truly seek awaits you. Trust yourself. Step into the forest and begin your wild quest toward the longings of your soul. Look, some violet colors here. Safi is definitely a good companion for you. And as a last suggestion, just pay attention where you have Saturn in your birth chart, because you are very much connected with the number 10 now, the wheel of fortune from Jupiter, the ruler. So it is as strong because you have here the 10 of candles. So I thought number 10 is also strong for you. So the combination of Jupiter with Saturn, just maybe check it in your chart if there is any message there, if they are in a certain combination or in which houses you have them. Helpful energy to discover there. I hope these cards are useful for you. I found them amazing. Even here you have the moon, and this was also the moon. Just take your time to have a look, take their energy in, and thank you for watching. This is going to be the reading for those of you in Sagittarius, where we had the color blue with life path number 8, the number of power, which is associated with the color magenta. And I have here a beautiful card called individuality. Every person has their own personalized study plan in this earth school. If you take back your power, you will definitely manage to take the best from this study plan. And actually, with this combination of color, you are almost like a saint. You have all the physical and spiritual power that you need in this lifetime. You have a high spiritual energy that gives you almost a kind of unconditional love for life, for earth. You know you are here on the planet earth and you decide to make the best of it, and that helps you to feel this amazing love. You just need to learn how to adapt these qualities to the daily life, and also for the good of everybody around you, because not everybody will understand how beautiful this power that I see that comes from inside, how beautiful your light is. And we can become an individual once we realize we are all one, and then we can follow our unique path and show our unique colors. And I pick up a card from the Nightmare Before Christmas, and the card that came for you is this Two of Needles, or actually it's the Two of Swords. It's a card called Lord of Peace Restored, and normally in Tarot symbolize a decision that has to be made. The card as such is associated with the moon in Libra. So the moon, like the high priestess, becomes the sub-ruler in this case of Libra, and then she merged with justice, trying to bring that balance and equilibrium. Libra is an air sign, and without the influence of the moon, she might seem detached from the water, the emotional side of the issues, but then the moon comes and connects her to the emotional realms. And because I said it's about the moon in Libra, I have here a card of Libra, which is about strengthen our relationship with an infusion of justice, equity, communication, fairness, and romance. And the ruler of Libra is Venus. So I pick up a card from Venus rising for you, and you get the card, which is listen to your intuition. Go inside. When it's like making a decision, like this Two of Needles, listen to your intuition, and in peace you will find a solution when you find a balance. It was moon in Libra, so I also have here a beautiful card of the moon, perception. The moon speaks of the deep inner river of emotion, what motivates you, how you experience and express your feelings, and how you nurture and need nurturance. Just check where the moon is in your astrological chart, because it's as important as the sun. And you are also advised to perceive what unspoken emotional inner calling and patterns drive you. Look at your own moon sign, like I just said. When you cooperate with your moon emotional motivation, you'll find it easier to walk in harmony with your path. Next, investigate the needs and wants of those around you. The emotion underneath the surface actually run this show, this school of life on earth. Those primary drives are expressed through habits and actions, nuance and expression, rather than through words. Look for that underground ocean. It carries the soul energy. Wow. This was also the advice, because you, with this unconditional love, it's not always easy to really understand other people's emotion. For you, things seems maybe easy if you live at the high frequency of unconditional love, but it's not for everybody the same. It's about your perception here. For the moon, I pick up a card from the Spirit de la Lune, and you got the card of B. So if you follow the movement of the moon, just go for the waxing crescent. I will even put it like this. It's like the same moon. And the message here is surrender. I surrender to what I cannot see. My heart is open. I trust in love, so moot it be. Visit a body of water and connect with this element. Trust your intuition. Go with the flow. This is just a phase. Trust in the cycles of life. Connect with your sacral chakra. So whatever problem or choice you have to remember here, your power. And because of the water, I had to pick up a card from Beyond Lemuria for you. And you got again one of the most beautiful cards. I see it from this deck. The card of vulnerability, and this is an 11, sorry, 5 plus 6. Real strength, which you have, holding space, healing past wounds, accepting yourself as you are, sharing from the depth of your heart, raw truth, compassion for others, removing your armor. Be vulnerable with yourself or others. It may also be time to step into the role of healer and hold space. Holding space means being fully present without judgment in a way that provides a safe and nurturing environment. In this place, guards can be dropped and a deeper level of awareness and reality can unfold. Enabling unconditional love and acceptance allows for vulnerability to be expressed, for the core of disease to be discovered, and for profound healing to take place. The core of everything that it's not at ease. This is what disease is. Wow. You have beautiful cards and amazing synchronized messages. I hope they are useful for you, and thank you for watching. This is going to be the reading for those of you in Sagittarius, where we had the color blue with life path number 9, which is the number of altruism, and the color associating it's gold. So you are a combination of blue and gold. And with this combination, you are shining. Your light is shining over everybody who comes in contact with you. You can live at peace if you have only the basic needs fulfilled. Other people maybe can project or try to project some negative feelings over you, but you are not affected by. You don't react because they cannot dim your light. I already see that you have 99 here, so the number of completion, also as life path, but also the card here, the Sagittarius, is also a 9. This is a good combination. And I pick up a card from the Nightmare Before Christmas for you, and you got the Page of Potions, which is actually the Page of Cups. This is the personification of water, and like all the pages, the Page of Cups is with a childlike enthusiasm and a boundless capacity to learn, very sensitive, gentle and kind, dreamy, and an artist, a poet, innocent enough to be optimist. And this Ace of Cups is sacred to Juno, the goddess of marriage and childbirth. And I look up for a card from the Star Codes Astro, the card of Juno. And before anything else, before reading about partnership or anything else, I was just struck by the fact that this is also a combination of blue and orange. And even the white here from innocence, because it said it has the innocent. It's the card from here, but with some drawings this time. It's the card of partnership. The asteroid Juno points out how you may have been trained to choose between love and work and offer clues on how to balance them instead. This asteroid was named after the daughter of Saturn, the wife of Jupiter, and Jupiter is the ruler here for the Sagittarius. She is the queen, the organizer of society. Juno and Jupiter modeled an uneasy but equal partnership that took a lot of work and had great rewards. Wow, so you have this both feminine and masculine energies now coming together in the perfect partnership. I already thought if I even know somebody who's a number 9 or the life path number 9 and a Sagittarius. In work and love, Juno wants you to trust that you can hold steady on your life's path and develop equal partnership. So get in there and wrestle to make the relationship work. Research healthy relationship skills and study negotiation and mediation techniques. Practice respect, communication, love, and conflict resolution between the various facets of your own personality. Like Juno and Jupiter, strive to become two whole, empowered souls who can express their individual potential, work around each other for phobies, and find balance. Be responsible for your own connection to the creative source, spirit, and your emotion. Don't ask another to carry your heart for you, as it makes it hard to accept their unique path. Live out your ambition through your own work rather than through your mate, children, employees, or co-workers. If you do so, you can encourage others' growth and exploration along with your own, and so create a foundation of great relationship and a sense of community. Wow. If you imagine a true partnership, like the infinity sign, you have two complete circles who are joining in the balance, the 0 point. And the true partnership is a spiritual path. Its sacred arts are the practice of healthy relationship skill. These skills begin within. I follow a lot about the gene keys, and one of the advice is that we all have to incorporate them in our lives, and a relationship, it's a good way of working on ourselves actually. So it's not so much about the partner, but of course if both partners are willing to do that, it's just togetherness, this beautiful partnership. Because it's about partnership, I have to put it here. I don't even know, it's so complete with these colors. I had to check the twin flame ascension, and you got a card of honor your agreement, an 8-8 mission in motion. Before you are incarnated, you created an agreement with every single person you would come into contact with. These prearranged appointments were scheduled to occur at a precise time to orchestrate necessary experience for personal growth. In addition, you choose to use this lesson to help others. Repetitive life lessons indicate the need to identify and release karmic patterns. This will help you let go of things that do not serve your highest good. If you feel stuck in emotional pain, you can turn your mess into a message by taking charge of your life. These cards serve as a reminder that you choose to walk this path. So take ownership of your mission and responsibility for your action. In a way, like we said, that this work on the partnership comes from within. You are not separate from your purpose. Because of this beautiful idea of partnership here and mirroring of each other, I had to check for this combination of blue and gold, which will be the best combination. And I came on orange, which is the color of Gemini. So you are perfect partner in all kind of relationship, I think. It's this Gemini. And I even look at the life path number and I end up with 6. So what can I say? You have 3, 6, 9, this harmonious sequence of numbers. We come to the Fibonacci sequence, but just the idea, you know. Here you also have the gold. The bees here are also using the light of the sun to create the honey. You have a lot of light to share with the world. So altruism combined with harmony creates an amazing combination. I will end up picking 2 cards for you. One from the Lover's Oracle, because of course if this perfect partner is your romantic partner, then you are a lucky one. And you have the card of freedom. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. And you have golden here. Maybe if you are alone, definitely trust that you will find the right one. And I will also take a card from Heart and Soul, because it's not only a love partnership, all kind of partnership I see based maybe on the soul connection. The soul family is not necessarily the romantic or the family that which you were born. And you got another beautiful card with the sun, another sun, and mirrored here, even if it's this side is darker, and of course there is also some blue here. It makes me think of this beautiful heart, the harmony. A beautiful inspired idea flows through pathways of light, waiting for the right moment to enter your mind and heart. This wonderful idea that stems from your soul will grow and blossom if you nurture it. Keep it safe within your inner world until it is ready to manifest in your outer world. A period of great fulfillment and accomplishment follows. And I definitely wish this for you. I hope these cards are useful for you and the messages are resonating. And don't forget about this beautiful combination of colors, of numbers that you have here. Thank you for watching.